Congrats, Jeff.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Congrats. Yeah, well deserved.
I don't know
Bad timing, but well deserved.
Lyle and Jesse said they were in a veto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Consent agenda item. I see you and Lyle were talking the other day about
Yeah.
to the certain person who's getting a promotion.
Oh, yeah.
now there we go.
Are you ready? Good evening. I'd like to call the October 23rd Waterloo School Board meeting to order. I would please ask you to all join me for a moment of silence. Thank you very much. Now, if you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. And this evening, I will be reading the mission statement. The Waterloo Schools community commits to a comprehensive system of education and support to assure that each and every student will graduate prepared for college, career, and citizenship, as evidenced by continuing education, pursuing a career path, and contributing to a community. Now, our first agenda item tonight would be a public hearing, an open public hearing, opening this for the sale of disposal of real property. And we're just declaring this open. Is there anyone here that would like to address the board regarding the disposal of real property? If so, come up to the microphone. So, seeing no one, could I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, this is a roll call vote, I apologize. Stacy Mills,
Aye.
Jesse Knight,
Aye.
Astor Williams,
Aye.
Janelle Ewing,
Aye.
Lyle Schmidt,
Aye.
Chair Sue Flynn votes aye, motion carries 6-0. We are closing the hearing at this time. The next item on our agenda this evening is new partnership recognition. We have Kelly Martin here, and our first recognition will be the Blackhawks Children's Theater and Becker Elementary. So, Mr. Martin, if you would like to call up all the people here representing those organizations. We always are excited about partnerships, so.
Well, good afternoon. I'll actually have Brandy Walsh and Abigail come up and do their introductions and talk.
Sure. Make sure the green light is on.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Brandy Welch. I'm principal at Becker Elementary. Abby Morgan and I are in our second year of leadership at the school, and something that we've really prided ourselves on is our ability to bring in new partnerships with community members and community entities. We're super excited today to bring in the arts as another one of our partners, so I'm going to kick it out to Abby to introduce two of our partners. So I'm going to introduce Anita.
And you are whom?
Hi, I'm Anita Ross. I am the Executive Director at Waterloo Community Playhouse Blackhawk Children's Theater. And this is Alan Malone, our Associate Artistic Director. And we are here to partner with Becker Elementary, although we are committed to partnering with every school in the Waterloo School District. And we really look forward to this partnership as well as a continued, I hate to say the word partner again, but I think it's a great strong word. So a continued partnership through the years.
Great, we welcome you. And do you have any vision of what this might look like?
You know, I haven't talked with Abby about it, but we just really try to get involved as much as we can with all of the schools. We're already working with the ninth grade job shadowing and the third grade day on campus kind of thing. So we just look forward to being involved with all of you.
Awesome, well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for everything that the Children's Theater does in the community, too. It's a lot of work, I know.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yes, we get a picture, so we can have, Emily is here, she's popping out, so here comes Emily with her camera ready.
And just for public record, I didn't put him up to the at-large thing. 'Cause Abigail always accuses me of taking all her partners, so.
Done it before, so.
Where'd you like?
Great. Yeah, get that in the back. Perfect. Well, and just to fill a little time as they're photographing, Becker partners with Monsters Cookies and More, Sidecar Coffee, the Surgery Center, 3 Pines Farm, and Vine Valley Real Estate. So they have a great mix.
They do, they have fun ones.
I hope you guys get some free cookies sometimes and coffee and, yeah. Awesome. Thank you all very much. Welcome to the. Now, the next we will keep Mr. Martin right up here, and this is another presentation, and this is for One Cedar Valley. And you can call your representatives up and introduce them all to us. And
I don't have to introduce her because most of you probably already know her, but I'll let her speak for herself. Ms. Joy.
Good afternoon. I'm so excited to be here and have an official partnership with the district. I'm Joy Briscoe. I'm the Executive Director of One Cedar Valley, and our role is to help remove barriers to meaningful employment for career opportunities in the Cedar Valley. And so we think that we can really be more intentional with this partnership with the school district. We've worked with the Waterloo Career Center and also Carver and East and West High over the last 2 to 3 years, actually providing summer internship programs for students in manufacturing and IT and other areas, and we're just excited to be able to do more of that. We're getting ready to launch a new initiative called The Hub, and what that will do is actually support families as well. So our goal is to make sure that there is no wrong door that families can go through when it comes to getting support. And so we're excited because I used to work here. I'm a West High graduate. My mother's an East High graduate. Both of my children are West High graduate, and I currently have a 9th grader at West High. And so the more we can be involved with the district, already an outstanding district, but we just see however we can support and collaborate, we're truly excited about that. And actually, a lot of this work will be led by Miss Lori Dale, who said she doesn't want to talk and she'll get tongue-tied, but I have to acknowledge her. So.
okay.
Enjoy. It was that you're back at the on equity committee and stuff.
Yes.
So yes, we're very happy to welcome you back into the warm embrace of
Thank
Waterloo
you.
schools.
Thank you. Very excited to be here. This spring we'll be doing a Shift Dream Summit, which is all around career technical education and entrepreneurship. And we're so excited that the school is actually supporting that as well, too. So we just see this collaboration as an opportunity to really grow. And again, shifting this narrative of like, Waterloo isn't amazing because it actually is. And so how can we highlight that and really share the work that all of you and then people in this room are doing? And I just get to talk about it a lot of times. So excited about that.
But we are excited to have you back, and it's the partnership. You can now do some of the things you did in the district, but as an outside vendor,
Yes,
so
exactly.
perfect. And thank you for your work, too. We'll get a photo. I guess they're right behind you there, so.
You want to unwrap? You can hold it.
Kelly? Yeah, we'll get one of each.
How many of these are you in? I try not to be in them.
So I'm just looking through my email right now, and just today we announced the that you guys received the $10,000 grant through ESSER for the
Yay.
SHIP Summit. So great work. Super excited to hear how that goes. It impacts a lot of students. I had a chance to sit with them and hear about the summit. It impacts a lot of students. So
Thank you.
that's sitting in your inbox right now, Lori. So congrats on that.
I'm a secretary over at the Waterloo Career Center as well. So. Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kelly. Our next item tonight is a school presentation, and we always are very excited about these. Tonight we have two, so we have students here, and we just love it. Our first one is Central Middle School, and throughout the 23, we have Ross Bauer here from Central, and I think we have some students, and just a little background. Throughout the 23-24 school year, we are hearing about these great things, and tonight it is for two schools, Central and I believe it's East, Central and East tonight. And we are going to be talking about the Revitalized Student Council at Central Middle School from these awesome students and the staff sponsor, Megan Leary.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thanks for having us. I'm just going to do a quick introduction here of Mrs. Leary, and we got a couple students here with us tonight from the Central Student Council, and this is my 7th year at Central, and we've had a semblance of a student council at times over the years, and you can see on my facial expressions, it hasn't been like a strong entity in our building until now. And Mrs. Leary really just took the reins on that and asked if she could lead, and it's like, of course. She's a wonderful member of our staff. She's a leader in more ways than one. And I'm going to let them talk about some of the things they've done so far this year, but we really just wanted to give more student voice and just more student involvement. And there have been things that they've done this year that I probably wouldn't have thought of, full disclosure, that have been really cool. So I'm really, really proud of them. It's a nice representation from across the building in all grade levels, and just super proud of who we have. So Mrs. Leary, I'm going to turn it over to you to talk a little more about what they've done this year.
Hi, I'm Megan Leary. I've taught at Central for 8 years now, roughly 8 years. I previously taught 6th grade and I've transitioned to 8th grade. So I'm super excited I get to have some of my fellow kids again. This kind of came into fruition with student council last year. I just knew we just have so many great voices at Central, and they can really take charge. And so I always tell them, like, I'm just here sitting in the background, and these kids, we have about 30 kids on student council, so I've got 2 here. These are all student nominations, and that's just 30 of probably easily 100 kids I can think of, just of the amazing voices and things that are happening. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Lexi and Dakota because, like I said, these are not ideas of mine. These are amazing ideas from our kids. They're a little nervous, but they're going to do great. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to them. So thank you so much for welcoming us with opening arms. So, okay.
You've got this, students. So just start out by telling us your name, your whole name, and what grade you're in, and what is your favorite thing to do at school. You can laugh. It's okay to laugh at school. It's good.
Just look at Dr. Smith. Just talk right to Dr. Smith.
Yeah, you have a stern face. Stern face.
I'm Lexi Peveril. I'm in the 8th grade. And my favorite thing to do at school is eat. The lunch is amazing.
Glad to hear that.
Okay, my name's Dakota Chamberlain. I'm in 8th grade, and my favorite thing to do is orchestra.
What
Awesome.
made you both want to do student council?
I think it was just a great opportunity for me to more get out there because I was more in my own little corner, and I think just getting into student council just helped me get out into the world, kind of thing. Like what she just said, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, now tell us a little bit, and it's okay to laugh, and tell us a little bit about the exciting stuff you're doing at Central.
Oh, God. So, okay, so on November 6th through the 10th, we're going to be doing a Spirit Week, starting on Monday, Twin Triplet Day, Tuesday, Teacher-Student Swap Day, Wednesday, Jersey/Pajama Day, Thursday, Decades Day, and Friday we're going to have a Spirit Day involving all the colors of our school.
Y'all are blue and yellow, is that right?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so we helped with the 6th graders on the first day of school and the Waterloo field trip. Student council helped with the 6th graders on their first day and help them adapt to the new environments. For Waterloo, we were there so they had someone to go to if they needed like help with the field trip. We also like to have diversity weeks and speakers. We like to bring in speakers of different cultures and so they can talk about the roadblocks and how they overcame those roadblocks and how moments in their lives have helped them get to where they are now. So we're doing future fundraisers, which are minty messages, which you give out candy canes that have messages. And then Valentine's hearts, you give out hearts, and 4-leaf clovers, you give away 4-leaf clovers. Also, in upcoming events honoring our veterans at work at Central Middle School, we're going to make gift basket type things, and we're going to customize them to those veterans and give it to them on Veterans Day.
Oh, cool.
I think what makes Central awesome is the staff and the community that support Central and the other students that make this school what it is and as awesome as it is. Something I'm proud about Central is how Central is having a positive impact on people's lives, like how student council is like changing how people think. And also, kind of adding on to that, also making kids or teenagers who they are today.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Mrs. Leary, for going above and creating that opportunity.
And good job, girls. Wonderful job. You both did well. I wish I could have talked like that in 8th grade, so good job. Okay, our next school highlighting this evening is East High School, and we have Principal Phillips here. And we're going to learn about the Esports Club from Corey Kennis and some awesome students. So if you guys want to come up.
Yeah, and I'm Byron Phillips, principal. I'm in my 4th month at East High. So Mr. Kenneth is also our safety chair. So in preparing for this, I was trying to think of something we could present for the board tonight, and he volunteered. He said he's got just the group. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Kenneth.
I don't know if it's so much volunteered or voluntold, but I'll take the introduction.
Well, we appreciate voluntold too, so there we go.
No, I always jump at the opportunity to show off my students. So I got some slides behind you if you want to look at them quick. I'm going to go through quick because I don't want to talk the whole time. I want to give a chance for you guys to ask some of my e-athletes some questions. So we've been up here before. We were here a few years ago and we accepted that SciPlay donation. They're still our main sponsor. This is our poster this year. I meant to bring you guys one. I have to bring one up here. They're huge. But the guard unit, helicopter unit out at the airport invited us out to take a picture. So obviously we started up as a game club and we were in-house, and then they brought to me, I'm gonna fast forward here quick, this thing about competing against other high schools. I'm like, oh, we have to. Like, we've been for a couple years just being in-house. We gotta bring it to other schools. We eventually landed in this association. So it's the Iowa High School Esports Association. It's a grassroots movement. It started, our first year we joined, there was, I believe, like 30-something high schools in it. This year there's over 100 Iowa high schools in it. It's massive. It is massive. And not, just to flex a little bit, that first year we joined, we were state champions. We won this fall Super Smash Bros. Championship.
That's a good flex.
Yep. And we got a good chance at repeating this year, knock on wood. So here's our SciPlay acceptance. Okay, why esports? Let's save this. You can maybe ask my students that. I think they'll be able to answer this better than I ever could. I do want to highlight some alumni. We got some alumni doing some great things. Obviously, the U's, we finally got the last U twins through the district. One of them's down there in Iowa State with Astor's son. But they are like, they just keep, it's the thing that's like, the community comes back and it always gives back. And Colin is over at UNI, and he's getting our students to come over there weekly for Smash tournaments. And they're getting, their butts beat by college students, and they're getting better and better and better. Rayvon Gary comes back. He works at the electronic department in Walmart now. He had a Hawkeye esports scholarship. He comes back and helps train up the students. So it's just awesome getting them to come back and volunteer coach. Here's us at the Recplex. If you haven't seen this building, it's amazing. It's over in West Des Moines. They have an entire arena dedicated to esports, and our association rents it out for the state championship. This was us there for the winter season. I believe that's Overwatch. Yes, Overwatch and Rocket League. There they are. We're in I think the semifinals right here. We're playing, I don't see the other school, but we got Kahari, Alex, Angel, Spooner behind them, and then the onlookers behind watching. Another picture at the tournament. The top left picture, we stopped at this Come and Go gas station, and they had these blue Come and Go bucket hats, and they were on clearance for $1 because obviously they couldn't sell the things. And our team bought every single one of them. And then now it's been a thing ever since we've done that. We have to stop there to see if they ever have them again, and they haven't, but it's tradition. Just a lot of things. It's not only the association that we do all year long, 3 seasons. Hawkeye has an esports program. They invited us out to their invitational last year. We won some plaques. We're going out there again this year, December 1st, hopefully win some more medal. We have the Atumwa Invitational. They're awesome down there. A lot of the people that run this tournament are the ones that helped start the association. So whenever we win anything down there, they have us send them information for our cards. If you look at the plaques really closely, it has the front of a playing card and a back of a playing card. And the front is a picture that we send them. So they get their own playing card, like a trading card. And then they also take a copy and put it up in their video game museum that they have down there. Side Play, they invited us out to kick their employees' butts in a tournament. That was a lot of fun. I'm pulling a blank, something Peterson, but the bottom left picture, he's an East High alumni. I went to school with him. He's playing Ethan U right there. iTech tournament, it's another tournament. We won some hardware. We won these cool backpacks. I brought mine tonight. It's my favorite backpack. We always have this big banquet at the end of the year. We give superlatives. East High is generous enough. The athletic department lets us give them letters, and we keep them to the same honor code as any other athlete. They have to stay academically eligible, et cetera. I wanted to give a plug. This is all the staff. I mean, if you look through these pictures, we got our IT guy. We got Mrs. Presley, who we miss her. The district lost a good one when she left the career of teaching. But all these staff, we've put in years of work, and we love it, and it's rewarding. But, we're volunteering our time, and we're actually in the talks with our principal and Mr. Spaghettis about finally getting a little stipend. So we're really excited for that. Let's see. Another tournament. This one was at UNI. We won't play that video, but it's good. Long story short, a student named Isaiah was in the championship against a college student that I guess was notorious for having just a sour attitude. And Isaiah had won over the rest of the tournament. They were all rooting for him to beat this kid, and he had to come back from and double dip him, beat him twice, and he just barely pulled it off, and the whole crowd went crazy for him. But yeah, that's it about me, or about the program on the slides. So turn it over to our students. If you want to ask them anything, or how about just introduce yourselves and then.
I am Anna Lauderdale. I'm a senior at East High. I'm Carrie Lauderdale. I am a junior.
And my name is Makai Sims, and I am a senior.
Okay, what is your favorite thing? I want each of you to answer. Your favorite thing about esports and your best memory?
Well, I'd have to say it's like a family. Like with most sports, it's like a family. And we have a very positive environment where we really encourage and work together. And it's you know, really, I can't imagine not going to a program like that, like esports, without that family kind of vibe.
Great job.
I would have to say the favorite thing about esports as a whole is, like Carrie said, it's a family and it's a great community. It's a place to be after school. And I would say the funniest memory to come out of esports.
It must be good.
I'm trying to keep this PG over here. You put in video gamers in a room, and but I gotta say, one of the favorite moments was during some of the Smash Bros. Games. We end up three-stocking a lot. I would say so. I've seen that. And it's been absolutely awesome seeing these victories pull through.
On another, my favorite moment, well, so, so we, you can wait. Overwatch, we were on our way up to do our state last year. I went as a sub. I was one of the only subs who went. And now my sister, she has a taste for Asian food, Asian snacks, and she decided on the way back it was a good idea to open a bag of dried squid. It was awful. It was the worst. Although the person who was in the car with us that did enjoy it was Blazin, one of our best Overwatch players, I would say.
Yeah, I've had that smell at home from my daughter open. Yeah, it hangs around.
All right, sir. How about you?
I say the most thing I like about esports is the environment I've been there with, because it's a great environment, a great community. I always have fun. I go there and we get new people. It still is a great time because everyone is a very nice person and very chill.
And what's your best memory or funniest?
I think my best memory was when I was in my sophomore year, when I was on JV. We went against, I say, at least 2 to 3 teams, and we won every single one flawlessly. Like, we didn't lose a single match.
That's pretty memorable.
So what are your favorite games to compete in?
My favorite game competing is currently still Overwatch. It shouldn't be, but it's still my favorite, unfortunately.
Your favorite is your favorite. You don't have to apologize.
Yep.
Can you flip the slides back to the one that you said that we talked to the kids about?
Which one? Oh, why esports?
Yeah.
Do you want me to talk on it, or?
Or they can.
Or-
Just-
I have a question while you're getting ready. Think about your thoughts. So there's, on quite a few college campuses, they're bringing esports programs on the college campuses. Is there any, do you guys think about, after high school, possibly participating in esports at the next level?
Personally, I do think about it. I still have like another year until I get to that point. I do think about it, and Hawkeye has a program. I am planning after I graduate to go to Hawkeye to participate in their paramedic program. And I've been thinking that maybe perhaps seeing if I could at the same time participate in their esports team for Overwatch, because they also do Overwatch. I was thinking maybe that would be a good thing to participate in too, continue to develop my skills, do what I'm good at while having fun.
Great.
Yeah, for me, I want to go to Iowa State, so I'm really hoping that they do have a esports program, because I want to become a programmer and learn computer science, because that's what I want to have a major in specifically. So I really do hope that they do have an esports, because I would love to keep playing esports at even a higher level, like college.
If I remember correctly, I think they do. Yeah. when my son was there.
Um,
He just wasn't as good as y'all.
I plan to go to UNI, and I would like to continue into esports. It's overall been a great time, and it gives me a place to compete competitively without any toxicity.
So how many hours a week do you spend after school?
Each practice lasts around 2 hours. We go till 5. I usually go about 3 days out of the week, 3 to 2, depending on scheduling. And we have multiple different practices. League of Legends on Friday, Overwatch on Wednesday, and then our on-season practices. Like right now, Smash Bros, the main focus, are Tuesdays and Thursdays. And that changes depending on what's on season.
So how many students total are involved in the program?
We have, it depends on the season, but like I'd say collectively, we got like probably 70 different students this year throughout all 3 seasons. We have a lot of repeats, like we'll have these guys here, they play all 3 seasons. But yeah, it's growing vastly. And a quick plug, I forgot to introduce them. Like this started, you know, I started it, but there's no way it'd be where it's at without all the support. I don't stay there every single night after school. I got Kyle Giese, who's been teaching at East. You started the same year I did, right? And then this year we're super excited to add Reed Kallenbach, who is, yeah, you're in a long-term sub position right now?
Yeah, so I started as a long-term sub, kind of hopped in at East last year for second semester, and have had the awesome opportunity to hang around and keep going while I'm pursuing my teaching license. So, yeah.
And he grew out his mustache, so we know that he's a teacher instead of a student. Well, we're really excited to have him because, I mean, it's just, you know, Giese and I, we put in hours and hours, and it has paid off, but eventually it's like we have other things we need to dedicate our time to. You know, life is a work-life balance. And, you know, we're just glad to have guys like that and staff like that will step up. But, you know, at the time, it's all pro bono, and I'm just like, you know, off their good graces, and it'd be really nice to try to monetarily incentivize them to stay long-term. Hint, hint. But I do need a couple of plugs. We're a powerhouse in the association. There's like 3 schools that are feared, and we're one of them. You know, us, Linn-Mar, and Williamsburg, kind of a little bit. But us and Linn-Mar, we're the top dogs. We go, if we're not winning the championship, they are. We go back and forth with them, and it's really has nothing to do with me, and it's more so that we can get the alumni to come back and train them up, and like the U's, getting them to go to those tournaments, and the other staff support. So, and we've never, not once have we ever ran into like a blockage through leadership, through the district, through the school. Our IT guy is super supportive, so it's like the whole way is just like, yeah, if you guys want to do it, do it. Like, we'll support you. So we thank everyone for that.
So what motivated you to start the program? You were sitting one morning having coffee and then...
Well, I wanted to do, when I started at East, I wanted to do something after school. I tried to bring back something that was there when I was a student. Matt Tracy and Jay Meyer had a after-school dodgeball club that we did in the upper gym. And I went up to Tracy's room, interrupted his class. I'm like, Tracy, hey, let's do that. Let's bring that dodgeball club back. And he's like, you know, he gets up, has his walker, and he's like, I can't do that anymore. So he shut me down. So I was like, well, whatever. I collect Pokemon cards. I got Yu-Gi-Oh. Like that's my kind of niche. So I started the after-school club. It was just going to be students where we just got together and nerded out over similar hobbies. That's all it was supposed to be. And then they brought the idea. They found these ways, like, hey, there's schools competing. They're doing this like it's like sports. And I looked into it, and like I play sports as well. So it was like it was just the perfect fit for me. It just kind of fell into it, and it's just turned into this monster of a beast thanks to all the support and help that I get.
You know, it's really awesome, I think, to look back, and for you that started the club, and then just that the impact you have had on all these kids and 70 athletes. I mean, there's probably 9/10 of the sports don't get 70 athletes out. I mean, that's really impressive. That's really impressive. So well done for all of you guys at work. And, you know, it's kind of a situation where all your really hard work has really paid off. So thank you so much for all your efforts. And is there any more questions or comments?
So there is or isn't a coaching position?
There isn't. It's a club right now. Long story short, the association has talked to the Iowa Athletic Association and Girls Athletic Association about absorbing them. They'll take us, but we have to be ready for it. And our association is one thing is like, okay, as soon as you absorb us, then all 100+ schools will then have to get their coaching authorization and go through that. So they're not quite ready for that, but that is on the horizon. It will be coming.
Awesome.
So it will be ready for it. You know, we'll get everyone authorized and we'll be all legit. Quick plug, not related to esports. The theater club reminded me. So East High's, our theater club is having a showing of The Outsiders November 3rd and 4th. So some of our esports students are in the play. One of them plays Dallas. So definitely it's going to be a good showing. Make sure you check it out.
Great. Well, super. Thank you, both Central and East High. Great job tonight.
And can we make sure we get pictures of both groups?
Yep. Emily's on her way.
Oh,
Yep.
thank you. Thank
So we still got the Central students, so we need your picture and, awesome. Okay, we will continue on here. Thank you all very much. Good luck on your upcoming competitions and go get them, I guess. Okay, the next item on our agenda this evening is information from individuals and delegations. And is there anyone in the audience tonight, before I go through the caveat, that wants to approach the board about an item on the agenda or not on the agenda? Okay, seeing none, we will go to our next item agenda, and that's the consent agenda. Tonight, that consists of 5 items: the approvals of minutes for the October 9th regular board meeting, personnel appointments and adjustments, bills due and payable, and bills paid between board meetings, the 28E agreements with the Waterloo Schools and the Waterloo Career Center, and the sale or disposal of real property to the Boys and Girls Club. Are there any of the 5 items that board members would like to have removed?
5.
Item 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Item 4, page 27.
4 and 5, anything else? Okay, so could I get a motion to approve items 1, 2, and 3 as stated?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion has carried 6-0. So that brings us to the 28E agreements on page 28. And I believe you pulled that, Lyle. Let's get that motion on the table. I gotta find it here. Sorry.
I don't see the actual motion.
The superintendent's recommendation is that the Board of Education approve the 28E agreement between the Waterloo Schools, Waterloo Career Center, and Gladbrook-Rhinebeck Community School District, and the 28E agreement between the Waterloo Schools, Waterloo Career Center, and West Delaware Community School District, beginning with the 23-24 school year as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yeah, I know there's a larger picture here. We want to bring in as many different communities into the regional career center as we can, but the price is really low. Is that set by us? Is that set by the state? How is that determined?
Historically, it's just been set by our school district.
By the district?
By our school district, yes.
And how do you come up with that number?
It was established several years ago. I don't know what went into the decision.
And it hasn't ever gone up?
Yes. So this was established, it started out as $300 when we first started doing the partnerships. It went up, I want to say, 3-4 years ago, maybe, to $450 at that time. So if that's something, I know Jeff has worked in partnership with some of the other schools to kind of come up with it. He and Dr. Lindemann kind of did some number crunching and stuff. It's certainly something we could revisit if we feel that that is.
Well, it's per block. How is the block defined? Is that how many blocks are there at the Career Center? 4. Huh?
I believe it's 2 class periods per block
Yes, it is.
in a regular school schedule.
All right, so that's $3,600 per student per year. That's less than half of just the state funding. It's only a third of our real cost. Again, we need to balance out, I don't know, how many different, are these are additional communities?
Yeah, these are new.
New ones this year.
So we've got, what, a dozen maybe almost?
Maybe more than that.
I'd
Yeah,
say
there- I'd s-
15,
Yeah.
20 even. Mhm.
So that's good, but I think we need to think about how those goals balance out. I mean, it's a loss leader right now, and maybe we want to maintain that, but I think it's worth looking at
Revisit?
what a fair cost might be.
And they have to provide their own transportation to the district, so we don't have to pay for any transportation, so. Okay, any other questions on that?
I will make a note to have Jeff discuss it.
So all in favor then of accepting these two 2080 agreements, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye, motion carries 6-0. The next is the recommendation, and this is item 5, the sale or disposal of real property, the Boys and Girls Club. The superintendent's recommendation is that the Board of Education approve the sale of Elk Run Early Childhood Center Building and Parcel E as described in the attached legal description to the Boys and Girls Club of the Cedar Valley for $5,000 according to the terms of the purchase agreement.
So moved.
Second?
And we have Zach coming up for questions, and so I think Stacy pulled this originally.
So, is this like would you consider this like a normal amount of money to receive from something like this piece of property?
Not technically. This has been on the market for about a year now, and we had somebody else that was interested to begin with, and that fell out. The district thought in the best interest, because it also involves the community with it being a partnership with the Boys and Girls Club. So they've been using the space for about a year now, and Brian Burton here with the Boys and Girls Club, if he has anything else to add to that as far as how many kids use the space and what the future plan is for the building.
Yeah, please.
Yep.
So I'm Brian Burton with the Boys and Girls Club of Cedar Valley. I'm the CEO, and we have been meeting there since May of 2020, 22. We moved out of the strip mall on Lafayette Street in Evansdale and moved to this building to help support summer school the year after COVID. We've been in there with about 45 kids, and we have not advertised yet because we're waiting to get the building before we advertise, because we are able to service Evansdale, Elk Run, Raymond, Gilbertville, all those places, but if we don't have this building, we have no room for them. So this has enabled us to look at taking that clubhouse from 45 to over 100 kids that will serve in that rural area, which has had no service. A lot of the parents do work in Waterloo. They pick their kids go home and they're by themselves. This will allow them to have a space where they get some educational help, social and emotional, and then also physical education. So we do all those things for these kids, and also gives the parents the opportunity to possibly get some grocery shopping or something done before they have to pick their kids up on the way out of town. So this has been a godsend for us for having the space. We've been doing some work to make sure that we have heat, make sure we have air conditioning, those types of things. So working with Zach for the last year and a half has really been a pleasure, and we thank you for this offer.
So Do you intend to occupy the north part of the building too? Do you need to move into there, or what do you plan to do with that?
At this point, we are going to be on the south side in the gym. The middle part will be administration space for us, and then we will not be utilizing the north end right now, but we will heat and cool that area so that it does not deteriorate. So our plans are to use the whole building. It's at the point when we have enough kids to justify having those other rooms opened up.
Zach, do we have the reverter clause that we normally have on this contract or not?
We don't on this one, but typically, I know we do in the past, but with our partnership with the Boys and Girls Club, it felt like this was a good move.
Okay.
I'm just really glad to hear that we're being mindful of those little areas that, you know, we're Waterloo schools, but we forget sometimes that includes Evansdale, Elk Run, Gilbertville, Raymond. So thank you for giving them that opportunity.
And in the summertime, we do actually expand out. We get kids from Jessup and Dunkerton also. We're a full day program during the summer, so we're open from 8:30 in the morning until 6 at night. So that gives parents somewhere for their kids to go and not be isolated. After school, during the school year, we're open from the time the kids get there until 7 o'clock at night.
Do y'all transport them, or do we?
School transports to us, parents transport them home.
Okay.
What ages come?
So in this building, we will have ages 6 through 12.
What is the cost for participants?
So our cost, we are launching a new software program. This year, any child that comes to us will be free. Next year, we're going to redistribute that number. Typically, our cost is $30 per year.
Per year?
Per year, and that includes both school year and summer.
Okay. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about the lack of daycare, pre-K, all those things in Elk Run, Evansdale, and I agree, that's something that if we could someday maybe make that happen at Pointer, something like that, just throwing that out there. But having this, this is something that it's completely new, so yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Thank you for the questions.
Is there any intent in the future of raising the age limit, the ages that you serve?
So at this point, we had just built the teen center here on East 4th, and that is 13 through 18. So kids come from Bunger to that location. We are in discussions now of possibly raising and having those 13-year-olds stay at Elk Run. We will have space for them. We currently have a room where middle schoolers are in their own separate room because a lot of them don't want to be around the younger kids.
Does this
It's
include the
great-
playground?
I'm sorry?
Does this include the wood playground? No.
No. Go ahead, Zach.
Nope, the wood playground has been gone since the summertime now, but it does include the playground directly behind the school.
Yeah.
The newer one.
Okay.
And isn't there sand volleyball course like across the road in that park? And
Yes, and we've worked with the city of Elk Run to utilize Mayor's Park for basketball, for tennis, pickleball. There's a walking track, dog track, all that there. We're signing memorandums of understanding with the city so that we can work together on grants and things like that also.
Great. Well, I think it's a great collaboration of all the entities, and thank you for all your hard work and well played. I mean, I think 5,000 is a great amount to get for that because of all your benefits for the schools and the city and the community is lots greater than that. So.
Are we still on the west end?
I'm sorry?
The east side? Do we still on the east?
No, that went to board approval,
Okay.
the last board agenda.
All right.
And I will say, just a quick note,
The city bought that, right?
the city did buy that,
Of
yep.
Elk Run.
And with this, having the building for sale for a year, we looked at costs of tearing it down, but, if we can have it go to a good use,
Perfect.
save the district some money and go to a good cause, it was a win. So.
And to get use out of it. That's awesome.
Yep.
So, Okay, thank you so much. So all in favor of approving the sale, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye, motion carries 6-0. Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you.
coming.
The next item on our agenda tonight is the WCC travel to St. Charles, Illinois. And the superintendent's recommendation is that the Board of Education approve travel for the cyber students from the WCC November 3rd through 4th, 2023, to participate in the Cyber Force competition in St. Charles, Illinois. And I see we have Mr. Kyle here to come up and, but could I get this?
So moved.
In a
Second.
sec. And we have Kyle coming. Thank you.
Some of the names, I don't know if you guys have seen the names of the students, and so it's it's a high school and college kind of combination team. And so Hawkeye, it's technically a Hawkeye Community College team, but there will be one high schooler going for the competition. We went last year, and so I think we had 4 high schoolers and 2 college. This year, they made a rule that they have to be 18. So there's only one high schooler that's able to go that's 18. But it is a great experience for the student and for opportunity for our students. And so I do see that there's huge benefit to it. And then that collaboration with the college students and high school students really kind of, raises the ante a little bit and the learning level. So, questions? The competition in general, if you have questions about the competition, they just completed, they have to do a presentation, a C-suite presentation, so to like the chief, it's fictitious, but they're an energy company and they're a middleman. And so the users get energy from a large company, and then they pay a fee for the year, and then any of that energy that's not used is given back to the energy company. And so they have to protect the systems. And so they had to do a presentation, which was due today at 5. And so got that done last night. And so the presentation was to all the Cs. It was called the C-suite. So the Chief Technology Officer, CEO, Chief Information Officer, all the C executives with the company. And then today at 5, after they submit that, then they get machines. And so their computer systems are broken. They've got 10 days to fix them. And then when they get to Chicago, they have to defend those machines for 8 straight hours. And so it's done by the Department of Defense, the Department of Energy, and the Department of Homeland Security. From last year's competition, we did have a student who this summer got an internship as a freshman from Iowa State with the Department of Defense, working on nuclear embedded systems. And so it was an internship that they only give out to really juniors and seniors at the college level. So really the DC folks that are there at Argonne are kind of watching, and they tell the students this right away. They're watching, and they're looking for their next set of employees, their interns, the people that are going to protect us going forward. So there is a lot of DC people that are there from those departments, just kind of interacting with the students while the competition's going on.
So this isn't a real company, this is a phantom company?
This is a phantom company. Argonne is a real company, though. Argonne National Laboratories, they do all of the energy system, cybersecurity system security for the U.S. And so, but this is a fictitious scenario, but very similar to a real scenario.
So it says 5 students, but there's only one going?
One from the high school. The other 4 will be college level. And so, and they're graduates. They're Obed, David L., David A., and so.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had Obed here a few times.
Yeah.
And that was because you said they have to be 18, correct?
Because now they have to be 18. So
Right.
last year they could do it if they were 17. Yeah. So yes. And so that was a new surprise.
So there's reasoning behind that, Lau.
Yeah. And so only one of our students is 18 at the time the competition happens. So we'll be 18.
Yeah. Well, we want to hear results.
Yes.
Yeah, last year they did very well. And again, they're competing against colleges all across the nation, and they're all 4-year schools. Central Florida will usually probably win it. But a lot of what I emphasize with the students is it's the learning, and making sure that they, at least come away with one thing, if not more, that they can then take back and build off of. And so definitely that happened. I did bring, last year, they were pretty proud because out of the 169 teams, they got first in service scans. And so their systems never went down. They weren't always secure, but they never went down. And so they did get first in that. So they were pretty excited about that, so.
Oh, yeah, they're reliable. That's really good.
Yeah, so there's 5 different categories, and so I'm assuming you guys got this.
Yes,
And
we
so,
did. Yep.
The categories are service scans, external pen testing, documentation, so they have to document and write, starting last week when they started with the presentation, they have to write out everything that they do and submit that. And we had a very good score in that too. And then the C-panel video briefing, and then anomalies. And so anomalies are just kind of distractions that they have to complete, but it pulls their attention away from guarding the systems.
So have you invited Matt O'Brien to come, like, check you guys out?
Oh, he's aware of what we're doing.
Just
Awesome. Well, any more questions then for Kyle? All right, well, we're excited. That's coming up quick, and we'll be excited to hear what the results are. So send a text or an email to Pam or Jared and get it disseminated to us.
Okay.
All right, all in favor then of approving the travel, please state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye. Motion carries 6-0. Thank you very much for your time to go, too. I see you're going to go. Yeah. Okay. Next item, we're getting towards the end. Next item is on page 46. It's the public sidewalk easement agreement with the city of Waterloo. And the recommendation is that the superintendent, that the board approve the easement for public sidewalk agreement with the city of Waterloo as presented.
So moved.
Second.
And we have Zach here again if there are any questions. I think it was following the bus lane project at Irving Elementary. The city of Waterloo has requested an easement, it looks like, for the public sidewalk. And the legal descriptions are here. Do board members have any questions for Zach or anything else you want to add?
So the city's going to put in a sidewalk?
Nope, this was all stemmed from that Sloan Wallace project where we added a bus lane.
Yeah.
So this is where the city's wanting access to that bus lane if they ever need to have access to it. There's a water main that currently goes through there.
Yeah, it's
That's-
just an easement, it's not a construction, it just allows the city to use it as sidewalk.
Correct.
Except there's no,
There's a sidewalk right next to the bus lane, actually.
Yeah.
but it's not 9 foot. The easement's 9 foot.
No, an easement can be any amount of,
Yeah.
9
Just
foot's
gaining
the
the
width of
access.
the bus lane.
I see what you mean, I got it.
Yep.
Okay, so there's no construction change whatsoever?
Nope.
Okay.
Just granting the easement.
Yep.
Yeah, so they can have access.
Correct.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, all in favor then, please state aye.
Aye.
No opposed, chair votes aye, motion carried 6-0. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item on our agenda this evening is an exciting one, and it is the appointment of a board treasurer. The recommendation is that the superintendent, recommendation is that the Board of Education approve the appointment of Jeff Sommerfeld as the board treasurer.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, and do we have any discussion? If we don't, we will have to have Jeff administer, I'll administer the oath of office for you. I just want to say that I think it, I said before everyone else got here, that you have served the district well for many, many years, and this is an acclamation of and an affirmation of the good work you have done over the years. The situation surrounding it is not as great, but your leadership through this time has been awesome. So thank you so much.
And thank you for doing that, and for taking the leap to go ahead and take the big job. I know that there was a little hesitancy, so we're excited.
Okay, all in favor then?
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye. Motion carries 6-0. So we will administer the oath. So do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Iowa, and that you will faithfully and impartially, to the best of your ability, discharge the duties of the office of treasurer in the Waterloo Community School District as now or hereafter required by law.
I will.
Great. Welcome aboard, officially. Thank you very much, Jim. Okay, that's exciting things tonight. The next item on our agenda is some things aren't exciting, I would say, but anyway. The next item on our agenda is board policy changes, and this is the second reading. The superintendent's recommendation is that the Board of Education approve the following policies: assistance animals, school calendar, health education, student guidance and counseling program, instructional and library materials inspection and display, and objection to instructional and library materials.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Okay, and any discussion? Pam is here. I think we went over them quite a bit the last meeting, so no changes have been made. So,
I'd like a clarification.
go ahead. Pam is here.
Page 55, the bottom item, employee use of therapy animals as part of education environment. Does that mean bringing an animal in to deliver a lesson about animals, or is this involved in the employee themselves needing it?
Yes.
Okay.
Second one.
Yeah, we discussed it last time, but we have some employees that
Yeah.
are in assistance. Yeah.
Okay, I just couldn't tell from the,
Yeah. Yeah, I can see how you could see that. Yep. Any other questions? Okay, all in favor then of approving the board policy changes as stated, please state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye. Motion carries 6-0. The next item on our agenda this evening is one that I regretfully have to ask the recommendation and vote of the council, of the board. The recommendation would be, the superintendent's recommendation is that the Board of Education accept with regret the resignation of India Johnson as board vice president and director district 4 representative.
So moved.
Second.
And we can have discussion. Obviously, India has been a vital part of our board for the last 6 years, and we will miss her. She brought a very unique introspective to everything, and I served as vice president with her the last 2 years, and she taught me a lot, and so I won't miss her.
I didn't get to know India as well as I could have during the short year and a half or 2 years, but if I could put anything on the record that I would like to say, it's that she's an incredibly intelligent, capable, and vital, wonderful, and emotional person, and I will miss her very much on the board.
I think it was fitting. We had a board partner in education with Becker, and it was community Black Hawk County or Black Hawk Children's Theater, and that was a passion of India's as well, along with the arts. I had the opportunity to run alongside of India my first term. I'll try to make this short, but sweet as well. So I met India, 20 plus years ago. I don't want to age myself. We actually worked together, and then when I was being recruited to run for the school board, I was actually being recruited by somebody who I was not in their district. So they did all that hard work, and then I heard that India was thinking about running as well, so I put them two in contact, and long story short, India did accept and was appointed or elected to District 4. 6 years ago. So she's near and dear to my heart, has always been. So I enjoyed the ride. It was good.
Thank you, Esther.
She was a perfect fit for this board, and I, number of times, I referred to her as the future face of Waterloo Schools, which I really thought she would be, but so this is really unfortunate.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just saying, you know, sat next to her for a few years here and, worked with her, brought good perspective. It brought a good balance to the board. I think balance is always important, that we have, people who represent different parts of the community, see things through a different lens. That brings us all, makes us all a little better, that we can better represent the overall community. So she did represent her district well and the board as well.
Thank you.
Everyone said so much. I just want to, there's one thing that I love about India that she's always done. So if we're talking and it's kind of a contentious issue, maybe I'll look at her and she's like, and so there's all this like nonverbal communication that we have, and I've appreciated that so much. She stopped me from saying dumb stuff by doing and we just, I love it. I've learned so much from India. Was only on the board, 2 years longer, something like that. But I came in and immediately she's somebody who you'd want to be your mentor. So, and I will miss her.
So, Jared, would you like to add anything, and Pam?
Yeah, absolutely. I think somebody mentioned learning a lot from her. I did. Yeah, did you? Same for me as well. I think, gosh, learned a lot from her. She saved me from a lot of mistakes my first year, I feel like, because I would talk with her like, India, what do you think? And you might want to go this route. And I'm like, okay, I trust you. So definitely we'll miss her on the board. And I credit a lot of my first year success to just some conversations. Her and I and Sue would meet monthly, and we'd talk through some good times, some tough times, and they would have some good advice for me, and India always had great feedback and great advice for me. I'll miss that.
Pam?
I think she would have loved tonight, because I just remember after last week, the last board meeting, she said, we need more kids.
Yep.
So I think tonight, she would have loved this tonight, having everybody here. She's going to be missed. She has always had such just a thoughtful approach to everything that she did. So she will definitely be missed as a board member.
Yep. And just if you're a praying person, keep praying for her and thoughts for her family. She has family here in town, so yeah. We do have a resignation letter here, and she did state to Dr. Smith and board members, it is with deep regret that I submit my resignation as Board Vice President and District 4 Director effective today, Monday, October 23rd, due to personal health reasons. Thank you for the opportunity to serve. Sincerely, India Johnson. So, with that said, we do have to approve this, so all in favor, regretfully, all of us in favor?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye, so we have accepted the resignation, but we do not accept that India is not with us. We do not accept that. So thank you for enduring with us and allowing us to, we get kind of close up here because we see each other often, and people are important in this world. So we just have to remember that. It's not all about process and paper, which we have lots of, but it's people, and that's what's important. The next item on our agenda would be our superintendent's report.
Okay, so kind of hard to follow that, but I'll try to share a few things here. In case you missed it, and we kind of slid right through it, but personnel, in the personnel, we did approve Jeff to be the new CFO. So we kind of gave the congratulations there for the treasurer piece, but also the formal move to CFO we're excited for. We actually, see his wife is in the audience tonight. We actually, for those of you who may have missed it, we did a surprised him. He knew it was coming, but we surprised him at the ESC meeting. We had all 60-plus ESC employees in this room, and we said we had one last announcement, and we announced that. And I think besides you, me, and Anthony, I'm not sure anybody else in the room knew that at that point. So, nice little surprise for everybody in the room. So we're super excited to have Jeff in that role. Speaking of money, ESSER grants, I believe we just announced our last grant today. So we gave out, so going into this year, we had $150,000 left in money, in terms of grant money, where teachers could request and employees could request money from the district in terms of the ESSER funds. And we looked for three things in the ESSER funds. One was provide a focused response to closing the achievement gap. 2, focus on student social emotional learning. And 3, promote equity and diversity. So as long as we felt like those projects fit that description, we handed out a number of requests. And today, what's that? 20 today, or 20 in the last week?
What were the amounts they range from? Where were the amounts they range from?
Sure. Anywhere from, I think $300 was the lowest, and I want to say 90-some thousand was the highest. That was a STEM across the entire district STEM project. Yep.
So super exciting. So some of those, that's why I mentioned to Lori when she was back there. She may not even seen the email before I let that out. Maybe it was a surprise, but either way, we feel good about the people who got that. Tomorrow is our October version of the Be Bold Awards, which is one of my favorite days of the month. Myself, Emily, Katrina, and Hannah from the foundation go around the district and hand out awards to people who have been nominated for the Be Bold Award. And I think we've had well over 100 nominations, and I think we have 5 more tomorrow that we're going to hand out. So easily one of the best days of the year, or best days of the month. And last but not least, thanks to everyone out there who completed the strategic plan survey. So it's kind of flown under the radar a little bit, but we had 1,300 responses from employees, community members, parents, basically on telling us what should the future of the district look like. We're really working hard to lay out a 5-year plan starting next year. And actually today we did a nice 90-minute focus group with the DLT looking at the results. So thank you for everyone who participated in the survey, and more to come.
All right, thank you very much. Tonight we'll begin with Jesse for board comments.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, well, I think we had our first high school girls state qualifier for cross country in some time.
Oh, cool.
Nakia, huh? Did you? Nakia, Olivieri? Yeah. So being a former cross-country parent, a girl cross-country parent, I cannot remember the last time we had a girls state qualifier. It's been before my daughter ran, if my recollection. So congratulations. It's quite the honor. And, we started seeing these 4A cross-country times from the boys and girls side. It's just, they're pretty challenging. It's like we're really running that fast. But anyway, congratulations to her. And that's, I think they compete this week? Yeah, something like that, in Fort Dodge, right? I think, yeah. So anyway, congratulations.
Okay, Stacy.
So just a couple things. The West High online publication and yearbook group went to University of Iowa for what was it called? It's like their state.
Iowa News Association.
I'm trying to read the article. So anyway, there has not been.
They're coming to the next board meeting, Pam just said, so we'll
okay.
get the official name.
Okay. And then this weekend, I had the honor of being able to attend the NAACP 102nd Annual Freedom Fund Banquet. And it was amazing. the Reverend Gregory Moss Sr. He's from North Carolina, and he spoke, and it was, the whole room was just entranced, and then we realized nobody recorded it. So I'd hope that maybe he'll share his notes. But it was a beautiful night. The fact that this chapter has been open for 102 years is phenomenal. So, and I got to meet a lot of elected officials from around our city, which was interesting too. So in all, I just want to say it was a wonderful experience, and I can't wait to go next year.
Esther?
This is to Jared, Dr. Smith. I know in pretty early in your second full year, I think you've shown some, and I want to make sure I say it in a correct term, just some of the things that we went through for the district or in the district, your transparency, your willingness to listen, your communication, your follow through. I think I can speak for the board and quite a few of the people in our district, being appreciative of your leadership. So just wanted to give you your kudos while you're still doing the work, and continue to push this district forward. So I'm especially appreciative of your transparency that you're showing within the district. So just wanted to give you a little shout out. Just keep pushing.
Thank you, Esther. Janelle?
Kind of a little fine arts report. Now that marching band season has finished, there's no rest for the weary. The band, orchestra, and choir directors all had to meet on Saturday with all band, orchestra, and choir directors from their district. There's 4 districts in Iowa, and do the auditions for All-State. And so the students that make the All-State bands, choirs, orchestras, jazz bands get together later in the year and have one of the most important musical experiences that they will have, playing with the best students around the state, putting some music together really quickly, which they can because of their level, and having a concert, so that's great. I could have been better prepared with the names of the students that made it, but I do know that over at East High, one of the bass trombonists made the All-State band, and at West High, we had a freshman horn player who was an alternate, and a trombone player who was a recall, had to go back up against another kid, and sadly didn't get in this year, his senior year. I also know that we have some string folks from West make it in, and several choir people too. So, this is just one of those things I keep saying, but the stipends are never enough. It's always one thing into another when you're in fine arts, and one season flows right into another. So congratulations. And those band, orchestra, and choir teachers are also responsible for coaching up the kids to get ready for this music, so during marching band season. So congratulations to those teachers, and congratulations to those students, and it's on to the next thing.
Thank you, Janelle. Lyle?
Just a reminder to vote. Before the next meeting we have, will be the elections, and local elections, city council and school board are more impactful than others in the community, so get out and vote November 7th.
And we have a forum tomorrow night. So if you want to hear what the school board, it's here, what the school board candidates are saying, it's 7 to 9 tomorrow night.
All right, thank you, Stacy. Well, I just want to thank everyone for watching tonight, and those that are in the audience tonight. I guess, as you can see at this table, that we are people of passion. We have passion for our students, we have passion for our staff, and we have passion for each other. So I will end it at that. If I could have a motion to adjourn this evening?
So moved.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carries 6-0. We are adjourned. Thank you.